but we are going to get started because it's 6 after. So today's session is all about the beginning of the 12-week program. And I'm super excited about this program. This is something that took me, I would say, well over a year to develop and to test and to really refine to make sure that it actually produced results. So the 12-week program is perfect for people who are new to the industry that are trying to build their clientele. And it's also amazing for somebody who is not getting or seeing the results that they want for their business, but they're not quite sure how to make a change to get the results that they want. So there are a couple of things that we are going to go over today. We're going to go over the welcome section of the program. We're going to talk a little bit about social media. We're going to talk about tracking your success. We're going to talk about how practice builds confidence, and we're going to talk about how to line up models and how to actually go through the program. So first, I want to state that I want everyone to stay on track. Please do not go ahead, and please make sure that you're not skipping everything in the program. We really developed this program in a strategic way to make sure that you are going to get the results that you want and that you actually produce results. And I know it's easy to kind of hop around and consume the content that you think is beneficial, when in reality, everything coincides with each lesson and each week. And it really does work so much better when everything is completed in the order that it is presented. So first, I want to give Amanda a moment to introduce herself. If you haven't met Amanda yet, she's going to be one of our mentors, and she is going to be help facilitating the 12-week course. So if you have questions or need support, or if you just want to bounce ideas off of her, she's here to help. Amanda, do you want to take a moment to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Amanda. I am a stylist and a mentor at PATRICIA Salon. We are new to the 12-week program, so we've done it a couple rounds now, and I have seen it help our newer stylists grow so much. They completely transformed everything about themselves, like their confidence levels, their clientele. Most of them are fully booked with the help of the 12-week program. It really is like eye-opening and super helpful to anybody that's new or anybody that just doesn't feel super confident behind the chair. And like Patricia said, like, I'm here if you have any questions or if you need support in any way.
So I would say with consistent work and following the program, most of our stylists have seen, I would say, an amazing increase in their book within 6 months. Most of them are fully booked within 6 months. And that's with them following the program to a T and actually completing and doing the things that are in the program that need to be done. And a lot of the things that are going to be asked of you are going to really push you outside of your comfort zone. They're really going to make you uncomfortable. They're going to make you probably like second guess, like the things that you have to do, like sending people DMs, really putting yourself out there on social media, really shifting and changing and really thinking about how you think about things, your mindset, the way you go about your business. But I just want to challenge every single one of you that are going to be, going through this first round of the 12-week program with us is to try something different, because if you aren't getting the results that you currently want right now, it's because what you're doing isn't working. And the only way to get a different result and to actually see the results that you want is to try something new and to test things. We test things all the time at the salon. We're always testing, new products. We're testing new techniques. We're testing new, strategies, new systems, and we're always testing things until we get the results that we want, because that is how you make a change and that's how you make a difference. Amanda, do you want to add to that before we move on to the welcome portion?
Yeah, no, it is consistency. Definitely. That's key. And with a lot of like newer stylists or people that are new to the program, most of the time they are lacking like the confidence, and they're, like Patty said, there's a ton of things that really do push you out of your comfort zone. So, looking for support when you need it in those aspects. Everybody that's done the 12-week program has had to do like the uncomfortable things, and they get easier as time goes on. But keeping consistent that way is the only way that you're going to see results.
Okay, so this is welcome week, and in the welcome section, there is a lot to consume and a lot to digest. So I just want to say, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, it's okay, it's normal. Take a moment, pause, and come back to it when you feel like you have the capacity to consume more. So we want to make sure that we're going in order. So we want to make sure that, one, we get to know the program. The program is 12 weeks long. Every single week is going to have one of the 4 components that I feel is the strong suit to grow your business. So that's going to be social media. It's going to be mindset. It's going to be a client experience session, and it's going to be something technical. And even though all of us don't want to possibly do the technical things that are in the course, like if you specialize in something, or you want to say specialize in blonding and you're not really interested in doing formal styles, I say still do it anyway, because it's going to help grow your capacity for success, and it's going to open up your mind to other areas in the industry that you might have thought that you didn't want to try. And when you try it, you may change your minds. And sometimes doing other services will make other ideas, and it'll expand your mindset on what you currently specialize in now. So it's all about that creativity, opening up the creative minds, and really stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying something new. So that is what the program essentially is. Now, with the program, we are going to want everyone to make sure, and I want to make sure everyone does this, because I see that a lot of people are missing their salon name underneath their name and band. If you've not put your salon name underneath your name, you need to do that so we can group you together with your salon. And then that way we can make sure that we are giving you the attention and able to answer the questions that you need by understanding who and what salon you belong to. So I want to talk about lining up models. Every single module in the 12-week program is open, so you can see what kind of models you will need for the next upcoming 12 weeks. Please do not wait until the last minute to try to fill your books with models. Models are an opportunity for you to learn, for you to grow, and it's an opportunity for you to start filling your book today. It's an opportunity for you to start taking clients, and it's an opportunity to create a repeat guest. So every single model that is coming into your salon, sitting in your chair, should be treated like a client, like a normal client, not like a model. And that is going to help you begin to build. And I think this is where a lot of my stylists have seen a lot of their success, is because these people are coming in at a lower discounted rates, but they really built that relationship with my team member and have continued to stay with them throughout the process of their career so far. And it really has helped fill their books. So clients should be definitely like thought ahead of time and fill your books ahead of time for what you need. And then also making sure that we're going above and beyond and really, really focusing on the client experience, really focusing on all of the technical that we can, and really making sure that we are treating the guest like a guest and not a model. Amanda, do you want to touch base on this and how this has been successful for our team?
Yeah. So a lot of the girls, the way like we kind of had them do it is, like Patty said, not waiting till the last minute. So they would post on like their stories, like going to need models for these services within this amount of time. And they have people reach out to them that way. I know a lot of them use like the Facebook neighborhood pages or things like that. Another thing too that is super helpful when trying to find models is like if you make a post on Instagram and then like you change the location to maybe like a local community college or like a high school that's nearby, or somewhere where like younger people who might not always be able to afford the full price of the service would see it. That helped them get a lot in. And then, like Patty said too, making sure that you're treating them like a guest. Because when they come into the salon and, you know, we offer them a beverage and we're just giving them like the top notch service that we give everybody else, it really does make them feel important, and it makes them feel appreciated. And that if that's how we're treating them, is like a model, then, you know, we're going to be continuously treating them that well as a client. And all of our models too, I think, feel like very secure being models, because it's just like open that, you know, someone else will be around, like not that we're hovering over their shoulder watching them do their service, but there's always somebody in the salon in case the stylist that is doing the service needs any help. And our girls are super comfortable with asking for help. So that was, I think it puts like the like models of mind more at ease. And yeah, that just like has helped really keep them as continuous clients. And that's a reason they're building their books so fast too, is because of all of the models they used stayed clients.
I also think too, please plan ahead, reach out to the people that are going to be sitting in your chair, ask them via email. I feel like email is the most professional way to correspond and to actually have a conversation with a guest. Reach out to them, see what their current hair is, and then ask for an inspiration picture. This is going to give you an opportunity to go into the appointment with confidence and with a plan. And I think that's another thing that is going to make you successful, is not waiting to the day of and kind of just like going into it, not knowing what the client wants or expects. And then this way you can either ask us for support if you have a question on how to approach a situation of, formulation, if we can help you, depending on your color line, we will. Or you can even ask your salon owner or a team member inside of your salon for suggestions. So you have a game plan going into each session, because when we have a plan, it's going to make us feel at ease and it's going to make us feel more confident. And there's nothing more than going into a service feeling confident. Your clients can feel that confidence. You feel like ready to tackle the day. You're not going to be nervous going into the salon that day. You've already interacted with the clients. You've already started building that relationship, and it's going to make a huge difference on the whole client experience as a whole. And this is something that I definitely recommend going through going through this process, even with new clients, when you are ready to be taking regular paying clients and when you're building your clientele. I think it's just a really great way to make sure that you have a successful experience with the people sitting in your chair. So with the model session in the welcome area of the 12-week program, it's going to give you strategies and step-by-step ways to actually get people to sit in your chair. And a lot of them are going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's DMing people, interacting with people on social media. It's putting yourself out there on social media. It's creating content around the things that you're going to be doing inside of the salon. All of these things are going to help you get people to sit in your chair. So don't overlook it. Don't let your fear take over, and really take action so you can create the results that you want for your business. The only way you're going to get the results you want for your business is when you do what you need to do to make it happen. It doesn't happen by accident. And I talk about the client funnel all the time. Your salon owner can put out as many ads and as many social media posts and do all the things to help fill your books. But if you don't have your social media set up, if you don't have your online presence set up, if you don't have your professionalism set up, if you don't have your client experience set up, you're not going to gain and you're not going to retain clients. It is all on you. Your salon owner is a support, like a support person to help you build your business, but your business is going to be built upon the action that you take as a stylist. It's the stylist that retains the client. It's the stylist that usually attracts the client. The way that people are shopping for new salons and for new stylists is much different than what it was 10 years ago. So you do have to be due diligent, and you do have to do your part in order to create the results that you want for your career. And I think a lot of stylists treat this as a job, and they don't treat this industry as a career. And we need to shift our mindset around that, so that way we can actually produce the revenue that we want, produce the fulfillment that we want, get the clients that we want to do sitting in our chairs, really build the business that we want for ourselves. And that's how we enjoy and we really love what we do every single day, is when we create the results that we want. And it's individual to each person. Amanda, do you want to touch base on that?
Yeah, it's definitely super individualized. And again, it's putting in the work. Like Patty said, the welcome emails were like a great way to start. and a great way to like create contact with your guests ahead of time. But again, that is one of the things that is kind of like out of someone's comfort zone. Just like having that conversation, but it is easier to do during an email. And it is better for everybody involved having a plan going into it. It makes the client feel like you're more prepared and that they can recognize you're more confident in service. But doing all of the steps is going to, produce the best results.
Okay, so now that we've talked about models, so you know what is coming up over the next 12 weeks. And I tell my stylists, we don't have to focus just on the services for the 12-week program. So the first week is blowouts. Second week, I think, is color touch-ups. Then we go into root smudging and toning. You can utilize the models that are coming to you. You can take them throughout the week for other services if you're comfortable doing the service. This is what I recommend. The more we have our hands in hair, the more that we're connecting with people, the more that we're taking on, and the more we're filling our books, the faster we'll build. So it is essential that you take the services that are aligned with that week. But if you're comfortable taking highlights and doing the other things, make sure that you're also trying to get people for those services as well. And then when those services come up throughout the 12-week program, then really focus and refine during that week. So I recommend that. I highly recommend that. Of course, ask your salon owner what they prefer. They may have a different plan for you, but we really recommend anything that you're comfortable with. Really try to fill your books with as many clients as you can, so you can really start building, and you can still really start building your books and really start building your technical skills and your overall experience. So I also want to talk about tracking your success. I think sometimes this is really overlooked. We don't have a measurable way to track our growth. So I really want everyone to watch the tracking for success in the dashboard and really make sure you're looking at your follower count, really making sure that you're looking at your percentage booked, looking at, the revenue growth that you're going to experience within the next 2 weeks, and really track that so you can really measure how much you've grown from today all the way until the end of the 12-week program. And when we actually have facts and numbers and a measurable way to track what we've done and how we've actually made improvement, it really allows us, again, to build that confidence and to see our results. It's really easy to go through and just do these random things or these things that we think are random day to day, and not understand the results that they're producing for us because we're not really paying attention. So when we're actually tracking our success and tracking our numbers and looking at our business and really kind of, just evaluating it from week to week, it really does help create desire and push us forward, because we see that the work we're putting in and what we're doing is actually making a difference. And I think that's very, very important. Amanda, what are some ways that you really track your success behind the chair?
One way I track my success that I feel like is often overlooked by a lot of people in the industry is I really utilize like the Instagram tracking. So on all of your posts, or even just like in the account in general, there's like an insights tab, and it lets me know like what time of the day like my post is most reached, or like what times of the days like most of my followers are active. So like that gives me an idea of like how to reach people that I'm trying to target. It gives me an idea of like things I've posted that have been successful. That's one way I definitely track it. And then I am also kind of like a big numbers person. So I like to go into our system. We use Vagaro. I don't know, but I'm sure whatever booking system you use also probably has something similar. But I like to go in and like look at like my pre-book percentages. And I try to look at like client retention. And then from there, I can kind of think about, going back if I haven't seen someone in a while and reaching out that way. But those are the two main ways that I like track numbers in order to like produce the results for the goals I'm trying to reach.
I think too, I love that you track your insights. Amanda, I would love if you did like a screen recording and a voiceover to show how you do that for the group,
Yeah.
so they can start utilizing that, because it might feel a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Maybe go over like what you do and how you utilize it to, create your results and how it gives you the information that you
Sure.
need.
Yeah.
Cool. I would love that. Okay. So the last section of the welcome program is going to be heavily focused on social media, and I can't stress enough. And I know social media is overwhelming. It really brings up a lot of fear for a lot of people, but this is how people are going to shop you. So if you aren't confident on social media, people are not going to really know who you are, choose you. You have to build trust, and you really have to showcase who you are. It's not necessarily about the hair you do. It's more so about who you are as a person, what and why you love the industry, and what you specialize in. Those are going to be the things that are going to push people to sit in your chair. So, someone might love the way that you highlight or the way that you do fashion colors, but it's that post or that picture you post of your dog that really pushes them to sit in the chair because you have the same type of dog, or you drink the same kind of coffee, or you go to the same gym. Like, these are the things that really connect us with the clients that are sitting in our chair. And these are the things that I hear people all the time say when they sit in, many of our stylist salon. Oh my God, I saw that, you have this and that, and I really love doing that too. And it really pushed me to make an appointment with you. Also, I can't even tell you how many times, because we're so heavily focused on social media at my salon, where clients will come in and be like, oh my gosh, it feels like I know everybody in the salon because I really watch your social media. So people feel comfortable coming into our space because they already feel like they know us. I mean, I think I even had somebody say that I feel like I'm around a bunch of celebrities because I stalk every single one of the stylists here at Opulent Beauty. So it's those things and those interactions that really push people and connect people and really guide them to choose us as their salon. And I want everyone to remember that being consistent is important. And the reason why consistency is important is because people need to be reminded of who you are, where you are, and that you are still alive and present on social media, because it's a very, very heavily dominated platform. Instagram is, and Facebook. So it takes up to 6 to 7 times for somebody to really create a connection with you. And if you're not consistent with social media, that 6 to 7 times could be a week, or it could be 3 months. So it's your choice to choose like how fast you want to create that connection. Do you want to create that connection in a week and get that person to sit in your chair sooner? Or do you want to not be consistent and maybe not have that person sit in your chair for like 6 months because they forgot about you or because you aren't being consistent? Also, please do not pay attention to likes, comments. Those are not important. What's important is you just putting yourself out there. A lot of people aren't going to interact with you on social media. They might not follow you. They may not comment. They may not like your post, but they're watching. I promise you they're watching. I remember we had somebody come into our salon. I used to do live videos all the time on Facebook for products that were great for extensions. She never commented. She never liked any of our posts. I don't even know if she followed me personally, but when she started watching us on a regular basis, she used to come into the salon and buy products as soon as I'd post a video because she lived down the street. So just because somebody isn't interacting with you on social media doesn't mean that you're not inspiring them. It doesn't mean that you're not educating them. And it doesn't mean that you're not creating a relationship with them digitally. It just means that they're not engaging with you, and that's okay. So don't put your efforts and don't make your, assumptions based on those things, because that's not what's important. What's important is just you being consistent and you focusing on your personal growth. And I promise people will follow and they will come and sit in your chair. Amanda, did you want to touch base on that?
Yeah. Another thing too, on the other end of kind of what Patty just said, going back to building connections. One way that I really built a connection with people is I spend at least I try to do like a half hour every day of just like scrolling on my feed. And I make sure to like people's posts and comment on them or like react to their stories, because I feel like that again is me building a connection with them. Like if they're on the other end, if they're, drinking a coffee I like I can comment like, oh, this is the best, or love your shirt, or comment on a picture of their dog that it's adorable. And not only does it like help you build a connection, but like my username or my handle is like my name and then Opulent Beauty Salon. So like people will see my comment on their post and sometimes click on it to see like if, you know, like who is this that's commenting, and then follow me that way too. And it's kind of just almost like a different way of like referrals.
Yes, please remember that social media is meant to be social and it's meant to build relationships. And we could either be somebody who consumes or we can be somebody who creates. And when we're people who create, that's when we actually produce results. So I want to open up the floor for any questions that anyone has for the program thus far. I would love to hear any feedback from today's session. If you want to share an aha moment, or if you have any questions about the 12-week program in general, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. Anyone? No? Okay, perfect. So we will be doing a session moving forward at 11:30 a.m. for the next 12 weeks. If you have any questions, please utilize the group. The group is there for connection, to really help support you and to help push you through any roadblocks you have, or any questions that you have. So be sure to utilize that as an asset and take advantage of that. Okay, cool. I'm going to end today's session and I will see everyone in band. Bye.